Hi everyone! In here, I will explain about the danger of explosive material. Explosives are material that are chemically or energetically unstable, or can produce a sudden explosion of the material followed by the generation of heat and a large change in pressure, which is known as an explosion. The symbol is an image of a black explosive bomb. This symbol indicates a material which at standard temperature and pressure 250 C 760 mm can explode and cause a fire or through chemical and or physical reaction. Can produce gas with high temperature and pressure which can quickly damage the surrounding environment. Explosives are materials that are solid, liquid, into other substances that are more chemically or energetically stable, or can produce sudden expansion of the material followed by generation of heat and large change in pressure, and usually lightning or a lone sound, which is known as an explosion.
Personal protective equipment in an explosion. Number 1 is wear pack. Wear pack is clothes to protect the body from extreme temperatures. Number 2, safety helmet. Safety helmet to protect our head. Number 3 is Google glasses to protect eyes. Number 4 is gas mask to help breathing. Number 5, safety shoes to protect foot. And number 6 is firefighting gloves. And after that, how to prevent an explosion. Number 1 is identification of explosion hazard. Number 2, identify people who will expose to explosion risk. Number 3, keep explosive object away from fire or electrical source. Number 5 is avoid physical contact with explosive material. And number 5 is make sure the tools and storage are in accordance with the standard.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Introduce my name Rizky Prasito. I will tell you 6 words to evacuation when explosion occurs as follows. 1. Evacuate to a safe place. Even if it is the cold, try to stay calm and not panic. If you are in the room, get out of the room immediately. Follow the evacuation route listed of the building because the evacuation route will generally lead to the evacuation gathering point. 2. Avoid crowds. Crowds of people are usually the targets of terrorist attacks. Wherever possible, avoid crowds. 3. Stay away from the max buildings. The max building will actually remove broken stone of concrete. Avoid being close to the building that appear to be in disrepair. Do not stand near windows to avoid being hit by a shard of glass. 4. Call important number. You need to remember of save some important numbers such as police station, hospital, and ambulance number. If you don't see an officer near your location, don't hesitate to call that number. By contacting him, state your name, the location of the incident, and what happened. 5. Help other victims if you find another injured victim. Don't hesitate to help. If there is an open wound with active bleeding, you can cover it with a cloth to reduce the blood flow. 6. Seek medical help, not only helping other victims. You also need to recognize the Recognize when do you need medical help. If you experience bleeding, shortness of breath, cough, dizziness or pain, victory, moving your upper or lower limbs, severe headache, blurred vision and burn. Seek medical attention immediately. Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, I'm here to explain about impact or consequence if exposed to explosion from chemicals. The first impact: burns all over the body. Explosion can provoke fire and spread to all flammable objects. This is the reason the explosion can injure people nearby. Wounds from explosion usually become burns. If the explosion is strong, then the risk of burns is widespread and can be throughout the body. And then the second impact: hearing damage. Explosion from large amount of chemicals can cause damage to the auditory system. Your ears will ring, usually called acoustic trauma or trauma due to loud bangs. The effect can traumatize the eardrum. And then the third impact is radiation zone that will kill a lot of life in the vicinity. Chemicals contain a very intense amount of radiation consisting of various harmful substances that will be released into the air once the effect of the explosion are over. Radiation that is thrown into the air can cause radiation that can kill or make the exposed human body become hot, and harmful particles are easily inhaled and enter the lungs. Most of the people who are exposed to radiation will not survive, while the survivors will be exposed to various deadly diseases such as cancer. In addition, genetic damage will also occur, which will eventually cause disability for those who are directly exposed and their offspring. And then the fourth impact is pollution of the environment in the long term. Not only saves instant danger, explosion from large chemicals also save a number of long-term impact which later become a controversy for all countries in the world. The long-term effect of explosion are prolonged health problems and destruction of the surrounding environment. For environmental damage, the area exposed to radiation will not be inhabited by living things for tens, even hundreds of years. Climate change can also occur immediately after the explosion occurs.
Hello, my name is Yudha Sasetyo. I will give an example of news that contains an incident about an explosion which could be caused by human negligence or could also be caused by a device failure. Okay, let's go. Number 1. Explosion at Chinese chemical plant kill 47 people. News at 22 March 2019. Sourced by Antara News. An explosion at a pesticide factory in eastern China has killed 47 people and injured more than 600 people. The explosion occurred Thursday 21/3 at the Zhangjiang Industrial Complex in Yangcheng City, Jiangsu Province. The fire caused by the explosion was finally extinguished by Friday at 3 am local time. Television said in its report. The cause of the explosion is still being investigated, but the company has been found violated safety regulation and been fined, the China Daily report. So in this news case, the explosion was caused by human negligence for violating work safety or K3. Number 2. Explosion at Silicon Chemical Plant, 2 employees injured. News at 22 December 2020. Search by Detik News. The explosion occurred at the chemical factory PT Dover Chemical at around 12:45 WIB. The police said the explosion occurred allegedly due to the excess pressure of the steam being too high. The roof of the production section was damaged and two employees were injured. So, in this case of this news explosion caused by equipment failure due to excess steam being too high. Number 3, explosion at Indian chemical plant killed 13 people and 56 others. 31 August 2019. Searched by Detik News. This explosion left 30 people. The NDTV report said that this series of explosions occurred at a chemical factory called Rumit Jamshid PVP Ltd, which produces chemical for drugs. So in this news case, the explosion was caused by negligence and equipment failure because the nitrogen cylinder was placed in the wrong place and the nitrogen cylinder was not fitted with special safety. Thank you.